So beauty is really based on proportions. And in other words, it means that there's a balance between the various qualities of something. And so proportions, when you think about it, are equalized geometric shapes. So Venus is the part of us that's able to perceive the quality of how good or valuable something is based on its geometric shape, its proportion, visually, but also, as I was saying, the olfactory, how something smells, it smells really good or not. But we assess beauty on these equalized proportions. And in the previous video on Jupiter, I was talking about how Venus is not the planet of creativity. I've seen some Western astrologers ascribe Venus as creativity because Venus rules over beauty, and to make beautiful things, you have to be creative. But Jupiter is the planet that is our raw creativity. We talked about that in the past videos. But Venus is the planet of art, the finished product, but not the creative impulse itself. So creating art, as with most activities in life, involves many planets working together, and they all have different roles. So the manual dexterity of Mercury is needed, the creative impulse of Jupiter, and that aesthetic sense of proportion, quote unquote beauty, it creates a work of art. The end point is this work of art. So the more technically skillful you are, you have to have the techniques down. If you could have a great ear for music, but if you can't play with your hands, say a guitar or an instrument, you're not going to be able to become a musician. So you need to have the technical skills that Mercury gives. Being original, which is the creative impulse to express who you are from a deep level, express that outwardly and manifest it. And also have this sense of proportionality and of what beauty is, that aesthetic sense. And so the more that an artist has this combination of factors, the more beautiful the work will be. And that's what makes high-level art more valuable, more expensive than art that is, say, less skillful in its the qualities, like the techniques that a person uses when they're making whatever the art is. If it's less original, like I've seen that painting a million times, it's just another sunflower. It's not that technically impressive, and it's not an original subject matter, and the proportions are off. That's not actually how a sunflower looks. It's not that good of a work of art. But then you take someone like Vincent van Gogh, who has a really unique technical he created this really unique technical way to make his paintings. He practiced his art a lot. His manual dexterity, he became very skillful. He took what was a common sight, a sunflower, and he created his own unique way of seeing it based on his technical ability. And that was his originality into it. And then, of course, it has certain proportions that are also accurate, and it becomes this extremely valuable work of art. And so there's this involvement of all of these planets when it creates art, when a person creates art. But Venus is that final product, that beautiful thing. It's beautiful, and we can appreciate it for specific reasons.